How's it going? This is Alex. I don't really do videos like this, but I had a lot of stuff going on this week, and so I couldn't get content out that I was hoping. So I'm hoping this can be at least a little bit. Apologies for that. Including my cat. See my cat. This is Thor. And I apologize for camera quality. This is a streaming camera. It's not supposed to be this big, but it's the best I got right now. But that's not why you're here. You are here because I am losing weight, and I've been losing weight for about half a year now. It's not quite. It's gonna be half a year later this month, because as of recording this, it is June 5th. June 20th, when I do my monthly weigh-in, I'm pretty sure that will be that'll be half a year. So what am I doing right now? So I have done many different diets in the past, and they've worked to some degree. I remember right before me and my wife got married, I was just limiting calories. I limited it to like 1,000 calories. Like, I would go over a little bit, but never over like 1,200. And I didn't eat just shit. I ate like mixed nuts for breakfast, you know, like almonds, pistachios, walnuts, like good stuff. Don't eat people, whatever. I don't know if that's true, don't quote me on that, but I've heard like just like a nice mixture of nuts like that are really good for your heart and stuff. And it's very filling, and it has some good fats in it. Again, I'm not a professional at any of this, but this is just what I'm doing. So I did that, and you know, I would eat vegetables and stuff because you could get your calories down like that, and it worked. When I was measured for my suit for my wedding, and when I had my wedding, I dropped like, which I don't remember how long that was, but it had to be like a couple months. I dropped like 1 or 2 sizes from what they measured me, which they measured me a little big first time. I've never worn a 5X before in my life. I wear 3Xs and they put me in 5X for some reason. Regardless. And so again, and then that went out the window when I got married. Honeymoon, living together, just kind of. I didn't want to diet on the honeymoon. I didn't. Can you blame me? I really don't think you can blame me. But I should have gotten back on it, and I didn't. So then come around to my birthday, December 20th of 2019, I turned 23. And and I was making a lot of changes. I actually, because I've been streaming off and on for a couple years, but I decided to put a camera on me because it's the first time I had a camera, first time for everything. And I was like, I need to diet, and I want it to be effective, because I was at 370 pounds, which I know some people are way worse than that, but for me, that was a lot. It is very much a lot. So I just knew I had to do something, get it down. So I'm tracking it through my stream. So I have my Twitch stream, which that'll be linked down below. If you ever want to talk about weight loss or anything, I got you. So I'll talk about those numbers here in a second, but I'm gonna talk about what I'm doing. So in the beginning, I was like, man, I want a diet I can follow. I want like strict rules, because I want something to just, I want something that I know, that I don't have to like make a guess at, and that's healthy. So I don't know much about the keto diet. I never tried it. To me, and this is me being really uneducated in the matter, I don't know shit about ketosis, ketogenesis, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know anything about it. I just know that from literally every single health thing I've ever read before in my life, before a couple years ago, was you should not eat like, what is it, that much fat? Like, aren't you replacing carbs with fat in that diet or something like that? Like, you should not, that just does not seem like a diet you should eat. And seeing people eat like tacos, but instead of tortillas, you use fried cheese. That's just, that didn't sit well with me. If it works for you, go for it. If it works for you. Just please be healthy about it. But I didn't want to. So I looked around, and one I found was the Mediterranean diet. Now, I followed that for a little bit. I followed that for about a couple months in the beginning of all this. And then the pandemic happened. So right now it is 2020, June 2020. So we're like on kind of hopefully the back end of the pandemic at this moment. But with all that happening, it was kind of hard for me to get that much fresh food. And so I had to eat a little bit more like canned stuff, a little bit more stuff. Like I ate out a little bit more in places because like I just didn't have enough food to cook. So I started counting calories, and I did cook what I could. I learned how to cook a bunch of things. I cook eggs. So I'm not very picky with vegetables now. I used to be. You get a good hot sauce that you like, and I don't mean one that you just douse on everything. Like you shouldn't have to, but if you need to, like if you're like, say I cook eggs and I put the broccoli into it. So the broccoli doesn't really cook down. It's kind of still almost partially raw. So it's kind of crunchy or chewy still. And I was like, man, I gotta do something to just focus on something else, cover up. I'll put a little bit of hot sauce. I use Valentine's. It's not very hot because I'm not a very big heat person. Just something. Obviously, don't use it on everything. Have good spices. Have good spices that you can put, because you can really make eggs go over the top with those spices. I have frozen fish fillets, so I can just use a foil packet, which I know that's not the easiest way to cook. This is a person who, before 2 years ago, never cooked. Before I moved out of my parents' house, I never cooked. And even after I moved out, my wife cooked. I'm learning how to cook right now with all this extra time, and I'm doing a good job, which can kind of follow a little bit of the recipes I'm trying in Discord, which I can link that down below as well. But you gotta cook more, because then you know what goes in it. We like to use avocado oil, which we got that from the Mediterranean diet. They really like using avocados and stuff, avocado oil on stuff, or olive oil and avocado oil, which it seems to do wonders. It's nice filling food. But fish in full packets with vegetables. Toss the vegetables and whatever seasoning you want, put them on the bottom, put the fish on top. Oil 400 for 20 minutes, depending if it's frozen or not. I don't know. Google a recipe. It's so easy. You could buy like buy a big old bag of single packaged fish. We have cod, we have tilapia, and we have salmon freezer right now. That's also pretty good. But I'm still eating out. That's the thing. I'm still eating out. But when I know I'm gonna eat out, I don't eat much else during the day. I'm not starving myself. I'm making sure I'm not. I'm eating around 1,500 to 2,000 calories. So I'm eating more than I did before the wedding. Before the wedding, I was kind of really cutting calories. All I cared about. Now I'm caring about what's going in my body a little bit more. Obviously, I'm not perfect. I will eat things I shouldn't, but I usually don't eat breakfast. So my sleep schedule right now, because I am currently unemployed. I need to change that really soon, but currently I'm unemployed. I stream pretty late into the night. Be like 1 in the morning, and I'll get off, and I'll be hungry. And so I go downstairs and I'll eat something that's hopefully under like 500 calories, whatever I eat. I'll go to bed, wake up, not eat breakfast because I'll wake up a little bit late. Usually wake up around 9 or 10. Do whatever I want to do. Lunch, which is usually kind of small. Or if I'm hungry, I'll go out to eat, or I'll eat something big and then eat something small for dinner. Now, when I say small meals, I mean like salad. I mean a whole wheat tortilla, some hummus on it. Which you can just go buy hummus. I've never tried making my own. I want to, but I just haven't. I like lettuce and then some sliced turkey on it. Just roll it up. It's so simple. You see 2 of those. Let me see, each one of those tortillas, it was like a diet once. So it was like 100 calories each. Maybe 150, so I'll say 300. And then turkey, maybe another like 250 to 300, because you don't use that much. And then hummus, a little bit less than that. I don't know exactly. It's been a little bit while since I've eaten that, because I haven't gotten hummus in a minute, because they don't have the kind I like. Dude, Sabra, taco inspired, I think is what it is. Taco something. It's like supposed to be Mexican. Hands down. best hummus I've had that's not like homemade. But the Greek hummus is pretty good too. The Greek inspired. So just like little things, or make yourself a salad with just, I pour a little bit of avocado oil on it, and then a little bit of lemon juice on it just after I get all the salad together, and then a little bit of pepper and maybe a little bit of salt because I like to put tomatoes in it, and tomatoes taste pretty good with salt. Just a little bit, and toss that all together. And you know, it's not the best salad dressing. It's not. It gets the job done, and that's kind of what we need to understand. It gets the job done. Do I like eating eggs with spinach, onion, and broccoli in it? Not really. It gets the job done. And I can put, like, I have everything seasoning. I like to put on that kind of stuff, or everything spicy seasoning. It gets the job done. That's something I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get away from sweets. I have a big sweet tooth, and so like when I talk about me losing weight, I lost a lot of weight really recently, and so I treated myself to a little thing of ice cream. I knew that was probably like 500 or 600 calories. I got a small. It was about this big. Small was not small, but like I still treat myself and stuff. But you got to understand that other than that, I really don't eat sweets. And I really don't eat cheese that much either. You really gotta be careful with some of that. So I'm gonna talk about before I go to the weight loss, I want to talk about specific foods I've gotten because I talked about it a little bit, but I want to talk about other things. So there is I think the one I get, which of course none of this is sponsored. If you guys think that's sponsored, I appreciate it. You thinking that, but it's just a guy just chilling talking about his weight loss. I don't. So I shop mostly at Target. There's a Target really close to my house. It just works. And so they have I think it's their brand. It's a blue corn tortilla chip with flax seeds in it. Now, flax seeds can help your digestion a little bit. Really help your digestion. But you gotta be careful eating too many, obviously. So if I want to just eat some chips and salsa, you can get some kind of healthy salsa. I have this local spot that makes it, and they do much cool shit with it. So I can eat that and be pretty good. I can be pretty good with that. Talked about the fish, shrimp. So shrimp fajitas is something that's really easy to make. You can get pre-cooked frozen shrimp. You can just saute up some onions and bell peppers, and then throw the shrimp in there. Or if you want to do other meat, throw other meat, whatever. Really fast, really simple. Stick in a whole wheat. So I eat that on a whole wheat tortilla, or I'll eat whole wheat bread. But I told you I eat nuts, and I'm eating peanut butter. I kind of stayed away from normal peanut butter. I tried to go healthy, and to be honest, it's just usually it's just kind of gross to me. And I think it's just because of the sweetness, and it's kind of like some of the almond butters and stuff can be gritty. I don't have a good brand for that yet. I'd be open. So if you have a brand, I would love a comment to know some foods that you guys think I would like in this diet. I don't eat these too much anymore, but they're still a good option. There are these Campbell's, I think it's called like Well Yes soup. They're usually the little drinkable soups. You can take them to go. And there's nothing in them, like they're just pure liquid. I don't think there's anything in them. You know, it's not chicken noodle soup or anything. Which they do have chicken noodle soup that is also pretty low calorie. But these are, I think, a little bit healthier. There's one where it's like corn, one where it's tomato, one where it's carrot. I pretty much just stay with the corn and tomatoes because they're both pretty good. It kind of tastes like cream corn and it kind of tastes like tomato soup. So I usually stick with those. Those are, I think, like 150 calories. And they can be really filling. You can eat them as like almost like a side dish to meal. It's good to like, I've taken it to work before and whatnot. Those are some pretty good things. Yogurt. I'm not eating as much yogurt as I should. I know yogurt all the things in it, pretty good for coating stomachs and intestines. I'm sure it is. I just going through that. But trying to keep it small and concise. A lot of vegetables. Because again, I don't really cook much, so me having a few recipes that I really like goes a long way. So, that being said, let me get into my actual numbers, so you think I'm not just blowing smoke up my own ass. Because for all you know, I could be lying. So, tracking this on my stream. I have a panel. I have it written down. I have all this stuff. So, on my birthday. So this was after I went down. So I was at 370 at my highest. Then I went down to like 30-ish. And then I bounced back up to around 350 around this time. So I started at 350. I think it was like 350 something. I don't know. I don't really care about points. And then 1 month in, I didn't lose any weight. I lost nothing. And that was really upsetting to me because I thought I was because that's when I was really into the Mediterranean diet, and I was really just wanting this to work because it seemed healthy. It seemed to make sense. Like, go read up on Mediterranean diet if you're trying to choose diets. It's definitely a diet I think you can follow forever. I'm kind of partially following it right now with everything going on, but it's because I read somewhere, and I don't remember where, only go on a diet, like only make changes to your diet that you can make permanent. You can cut out carbs all you want for the keto diet. Like, I could do that. I will never be able to sustain that. And so if my body reacts to getting those carbs back in a bad way, then that might hurt me even more than it helped me. I don't know. But this diet, me eating more vegetables, me eating whole grains, filling my plate with these vegetables just is something I can understand and something I can do when I go out. And doing these calorie counting with it to both make sure I don't eat too much and make sure that I don't eat too little, because you can have a whole ass salad, feel really full. You can eat a salad for lunch and dinner, feel really full, and you'll eat barely any calories. You need calories. You need some kind of calories. So since with what I started with, 350, my calories that I was supposed to put in to lose weight safely was like 2,500. I had a hard time even the first time getting to 2,500. That's thinking about it and not eating fast food. That's a lot of calories. I live in Louisiana. We have Whataburger, so right next to Texas. I used to eat that semi-regular, maybe once every, maybe a little bit more than that, but not once a week. And so I've thought about going there since then. I'm like, man, okay, I can get like something small, whatever. I can really try, and I'll just have like a little cheat meal, I guess. All of their shit is over 1,000 calories. Like, I think the lowest is like 900 or something for a burger. Unless I get like the tiniest burger, I think, which is still like close to that. Something like that. I just remember it was horrible. And so I haven't eaten there since, and I'm craving a fatty ass burger. I'll be alright. So 1 month in, didn't lose any weight. Kinda sucked, but I kept on. I knew. So apparently, what I've heard from people, again, I don't know if this is true, that your work 1 month won't really show up the next month. It'll kind of show up a month after. So if I have so on my birthday, the 20th, I work out a lot, I do this, I do that, blah, 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 blah. And the next month, I don't really lose weight. But then the next month is when that starts really kicking in and those changes start taking effect. That's what I've heard. Do your own research. I've done so much research. So I'm assuming that's what happened, because the next month, after the second 350, I was at 341. So I lost 9 pounds the next month, which, you're supposed to lose less than 2 pounds a week. So you're supposed to lose less than 8 pounds. So I'm assuming part of that was water weight, but you'll see later that I'm guessing not. So I don't know. So 9 pounds, hell fucking yeah. I was thinking like maybe a couple pounds here and there. That's what I was losing before the marriage. When I was losing weight, I was just losing like 3 or 4 pounds a month. So that was crazy to me. All right, so the next one, I didn't lose that much. I went to 339, so 2 pounds. That's, I don't remember exactly what happened there. I don't remember. Maybe I just had too many couple bad days or something. I don't know. But still technically progress, and I'll take that. All right, and then next time was 330, so I lost 9 pounds again. So that's pretty nice. And then so now the one I just had, which was 520. So what was that, like 2 weeks ago ish now? I weighed 316. Now I weighed myself so many times to see if I weighed 316 because a 14-pound jump, 14-pound jump in a month. That is bonkers to me. That is absolutely bonkers. And that made me really wonder, like, am I doing this unhealthily? I'm not starving myself. I'm really not. Like, I'm eating, I usually, with me eating in the morning, I'm eating 3 meals a day, and I'm eating around 1,500 calories to 2,000. Like, I'm pretty sure I ate, like I ate 2,000 calories yesterday. Stuff like I'm doing it. So if I have another day, if I have another month like last month, I can be sub 300 for the first time in forever. I apologize, I'm looking over here. This is where I have it pulled up. I can be under 300 for the first time that I can remember. And that would be such a good goal. My goal overall is 280, which I don't know why I have that goal. I want to get down to around like 250, under 250-ish, because I really want to go on a water slide. It's a stupid reason, but there's a lot of small reasons. But the one that I'm trying to like pull myself through is I want to take a vacation to this water park. I think it's Schlitterbahn or something, and it has a water roller coaster where it like shoots you up and down and stuff. And that it's something so little. Like, there's so many better things. Like, I have high blood pressure. I have problems like bending over and doing stuff. I have like, and I want to have kids, and I want to be there for my kids. I have so many big reasons for it, but those reasons have never helped me in the past. Let me repeat that. Those reasons have never helped me in the past. I care about having kids one day. I care about me living a at least relatively long and relatively healthy life. I do care. But at the same time, I apparently don't, because I've never taken it seriously. And now I'm taking it seriously when I slap a fucking water slide on it, because I'm a fucking asshole. That is so shitty of me, but it's working for me. So if you're finding that you cannot lose weight, cannot get the motivation, find something. I always liked roller coasters as a kid. I always liked water parks as a kid. I loved that shit. And then I remember when I went to a fair with my friend, and which me and him were close to the same size. I was a little bit bigger than him at the time. I think I'm way bigger than him now. I think he's been doing kind of good with weight loss. But I really don't think I was that much bigger. And they let him in, and then me, they just like didn't even try to put because it was the thing where it comes down and then there's a buckle, and they didn't even try, because usually they push it a little bit. They didn't even try, and so I was like, okay, and then they were just like, nah, I gotta get off. And so that was humiliating and stuff like that. So maybe that's kind of where it's coming from. I hate to be like humiliated like that again, because I want to do that kind of stuff. I went to another which I'm now turning this into a fucking like rant, I guess. I went to another water park, and I really wanted to ride on some slides. I really did. It was honestly on our honeymoon, and all the weight limits were I think 250 were the largest, which I know I could have gone over. And if I was maybe sub 300 at that time, I probably would have gone, because you don't know, and they're not going to go over there fucking weighing me, I don't think so. But at that time, I was like almost 125 over. I'm not gonna take that chance. If there's there's obviously a reason it's there. There's probably some, it's probably closer to like 300 is the limit because they want some leeway in case people lie, obviously. But for me being that much over, I'm not okay with that. So kind of ruined that part of our honeymoon, but my wife and I. But yeah, I'm working. I'm working out as well. I haven't really talked about that. And the reason I'm not talking about that is definitely not the focus of all this. I'm doing food. I'm changing my food, changing all of this, and that's the focal point. What I am doing though is making sure I'm active every day. If I can. If something comes up, obviously can't, whatever, it's fine. But every day I go for it's usually around a 3-mile walk, 3.5. It's like a loop that I like have memorized around this neighborhood by me. That according to, which I don't have it on, but I have a Fitbit, and I know those don't really do calories burned that accurate, which is fine. That's the only thing I have that can count my calories, so that's what I'm going to use. And so if to me it says, oh, 800 calories a day burned equals this much a week, then I'll just follow that. It doesn't really matter to me the exact numbers as long as I'm getting results. But that being said, I usually go for around 800 calories burned according to that. Now, I'm a bigger guy, and if the sun's out, my heart rate will go up because I'll be sweating and stuff already. So there's little things that make it go up and down, but I try and get at least 800. I've gotten close to 1,000 a couple times, calories lost. So let's just pretend for a second that it's real. Say I burn 1,000 calories, and say I eat 2,000 calories a day. So that's basically like I ate 1,000 calories that day. When I'm supposed to be eating, which to maintain my weight, so you can figure out what it is to maintain your weight. Maintain my weight currently, it's like 3,300 or something. And I'm technically bringing in 1,000 calories. So with that big of a deficit, I guess I can understand why these weights are shedding off as much as they are. And as I go down in weight, it should level out. I understand. I'm doing walks right now. I plan on going jogging. I plan on getting like a personal trainer when I can. Of course, with everything going on and with me still technically out of shape, I'm not exactly in shape. I'm not really doing that, but I'm putting these steps in place. I'm getting started now, and I want to see change. And I want to see change with you. If you're trying to lose weight, please come on over to Twitch and let's talk about it. Come on over to the Discord and let's talk about it. I want to talk to people, and I wish I was and were present tense and past tense. I wish I was in the beginning, and I wish I could be more now vocal about my problems with it. I'm still not very. That's something I need to work on, and I'm assuming that's something maybe some other people. We're in this together, okay? I have made amazing progress. I have lost, what is that? 50 minus 16, 30 something, 34, right? 30, 44, yeah, 34 pounds in half a year, less than half a year. I'm hoping to get to like 310. If I can get down to 300, I'll be happy. But I'm hoping at least around like 6 pounds. I'm hoping. So in half a year, I can lose 40 pounds. That would be awesome. But even if you lost like 1 pound, even if you gained a couple pounds, it's fine. Progress is progress, even if it doesn't show it. Progress is progress. You gotta make changes. Your body's not gonna like some of these changes. And that's okay. And one last thing before I go, I didn't really talk about it. Something I've incorporated into my stream a little bit that it's kind of a little bit out, like a little bit kind of weird sometimes, but since I'm focusing on losing weight, I'm also focusing on drinking water. I really want, because you're supposed to drink like a gallon a day. Like a freaking dude, I'll have you know, I would drink like maybe 2 glasses of water a day usually. That's what I used to do. I would drink sodas and all that shit. That was the rest of my water, I guess. But I really just drink plain water unless I was, working out, which I never really did, or I guess that was pretty much it. But I have a big water bottle, which if you come in the stream, you'll definitely see it. I have it. It's downstairs because I got to fill it up for tonight's stream. So it's not here right now, but it's a gallon, and it has times on it as to when to drink, which really helped me in the beginning when I was in a job, because then I would see like, oh hey, 10 o'clock. Oh, I've only drank till 9:30, which it goes by hour, but I haven't drank till 10 o'clock yet. Let me just take a couple of drinks. Take a couple of drinks, boom. And oh crap, it's lunchtime. Have I drank till lunch? No, I haven't. Drink a lot of water before lunch, which, as you probably know, drinking a lot of water before you eat helps you not eat as much, helps you not be as hungry. Everything can be connected if we just think about it. Some of the stuff like that you don't even have to think about. Just think about drinking the water. Just think about it. I even had fun seeing how early I could finish that. I once finished a gallon of water before lunch at work one time, and then I filled it up and drank another half. So I drank a gallon and a half one day. I was peeing all fucking night. Holy shit. That was blessing and a curse. But stuff works together, and I'm not thinking about it that much. I'm learning how to cook, which is now turning into kind of a hobby of mine, is learning stuff. Like I just made a crock pot chicken burrito bowl. Shit. It wasn't the best because the rice didn't cook as well as I would like, but it was still pretty good. Live and you'll learn. Have fun with it. Get a nice podcast or something to listen to while you're exercising, because man, that hour goes by quick if I'm listening to a podcast that I'm invested in. It goes by quick. Just do all that kind of stuff, and we can see growth together. So again, I'm nowhere near finished. I still have another like more than 50 pounds I want to lose to get to that initial goal, and then I'll have another goal. So I have a lot of room that I still need to do, and what I said today is probably not perfect, but it works for me. It works for me, a lazy sack of shit that never really cared about anything in his life because he didn't have to. I never had to. I could skate by with caring the minimal fucking amount about anything. And then I became an adult. And I am pre-diabetic. For a 23-year-old, I have very, very, very fucking high blood pressure. Which, I heard losing weight can help it. That's all I can really do. I'm definitely stressed out right now because I don't have a job and all this shit. So stress is going to be a part of it. Hoping this weight loss can really help me with that, because I really don't want to go on blood pressure medicine. I really don't. And people say this all the time. They say, if I can do it, you can. I am a person that after middle school, I did not work out. I didn't. And I am very lucky I didn't balloon up. I'm a big guy. You can tell by my face. I'm chubby ass cheeks. You can tell I'm a big guy. But I did not balloon up. I'm tall. I'm 6'1". I'm very lucky. Very lucky. I don't think I'm that wide, but people say I'm wide. So I can hold all my weight. Some people are not as lucky as that. I'm very lucky in this thing, and I'm very fortunate that I am starting to care. And so I really applaud you if you can start caring about your body, because it is something I'm still trying to do. I'm trying to care. I'm trying to do skincare routines. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I now have a fucking... Dude, I'm a guy that would just use my fucking hand or maybe a washcloth to wash my body, and now I'm using like this exfoliating, blah, 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 and I'm trying. I'm full send. I'm trying my best. I'm trying. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be all this shit, but I'm trying my best. That's all I can hope for, and that's all you can hope for. So I really hope this could have been inspirational, informative, in whatever the fuck. I don't know. But I hope you are doing okay. If you ever need to talk, I'm here. Click the links in the description. I will talk to you. I'll chat with anybody, because we're in this together. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.